I'm
champions.
still
Yeah.
saying that with confidence. Even in the wake of this result, we're going to end up champions by the end of this season. Anfield again. We have wobbled at the ground that has been one of our toughest places to visit. Liverpool 1, Arsenal 0. Beautiful free kick, worthy of winning any game, to be honest. But it is still rather disappointing. We had high hopes of going there and snatching a win. You know, you spoke about the possibility of a 1-0 win. I was even very optimistic. I was saying 2-1, but it ended in tears. What does this say about our position, where we are as a team, and the season ahead?
I'll start by saying it was a heart-wrenching loss because myself and every Arsenal fan out there went into this fixture with confidence, knowing that we started strong, knowing that we have a good team, knowing that Anfield, we haven't lost there in a while. And I knew it was going to be a close game. I predicted 1-0 to the Arsenal, but unfortunately it went the other way. And we could all, we could argue that it had something to do with how we set up, which I didn't have a problem with because it helped. It actually platformed the game to an extent where we could have gone on to win. But I think the substitutions that would have brought about that came a little bit late, in my opinion. And I know also we can argue that if you start like a more open way or a more attacking way, you could easily have gone on to win the game. But we have seen situations like it's not set in stone that if you set up a certain way, you're going to win it. I agree the manager was a bit pragmatic today, which was a surprise. And I just hope he learns and he keeps. Although this has been an issue that fans have addressed or have talked about, and it seems to still be reoccurring. And in situations like this, questions needs to be asked, right? And then looking forward to what it is for us in the season. It's still early days. It's game week 3. We have 35 more matches to go. We saw how other teams fared today. We lost today. Losses are going to come. It's how consistent you are over the period that determines who ends up at the end. And the fact that we're picking up injuries left, right, and center is a worry for me. But the positive in that is it is happening now and not in the tail end of the season where you need all your players at their best. I just hope I just hope the team learns from this and have the opportunity to bounce back against Forest come 2 weeks' time.
The injuries today created an opportunity for the rest of the squad to show what they are made of. And one particular performance stood out for me, Mosquera, who came in for Saliba in the 5th minute. I think he slotted in perfectly. I personally didn't even notice it. There was absolutely no drop in performance, in quality in the back line. The defense was quite resolute. So it was a very, very Arteta-esque defensive performance. And that is exactly what he's getting a lot of stick for, with the word coward being thrown around. Personally, I would rather use the word sensible, because you don't go to Anfield and just, throw caution to the wind. The other deputizers, Madueke, I think, had a brilliant game. Always willing, on the front foot, testing Kirkers. Kirkers, by the way, had a brilliant game. Handled everything we threw at him, but at least on the right side, Madueke kept putting him under pressure. Tell me, who were your standout performers in this game?
I will take the result away and say Mosquera, as you mentioned, was like he fit right in. There was no jitter in his game. It was as if he's been with the team forever. I would say he was one of the best, because although we see that he has that potential and we hope he achieves that. And then we look at Madueke, because he was kind of an outlet for us, ready to drive with the ball. Maybe with a little more support, those runs would have gotten a better result. And then I would like to mention Calafiori. People had worried about him coming against Salah and all of that, but he held his own. He's a senior player. He's a full-blown international. So I believe fitness was his issues and inconsistency. The fact that he doesn't play consistently. That is why people really tend to undermine his abilities. And those, I would say, are the positive in terms of performance for the team. if I say as a whole, I wasn't happy with how we used the ball. We kind of lost the ball too much in midfield. All this also is an indication that, in my opinion, the manager needs to, sacrifice a little bit of control, so we can always push. I know it's going to leave us a bit exposed, but looking at how this league is and how the past 5 to 6 winners have won it, I don't think there has been a team who has won it who kind of favor not control, but in terms of secure first before risk. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad plan, but you have to be able to manage the risk reward factor. How much risk are you willing to take, and how much control are you willing to let go? And hopefully he learns as quickly as possible, and he doesn't learn when it's too late.
I don't know. I don't think he has time for learning. This is 5 years in. This is not the time for learning. Any lesson he needed, I believe he should have learned already in his, first couple of seasons. Now it feels like a now or never situation for Arteta. The good thing is, well, this game is done. We're not going to Anfield again.
Yeah.
It's quite early in the season. We saw City drop points, losing today, back-to-back defeats for them. Liverpool are not going to win every game, and there will be some unexpected results, And at the beginning of the season, when we were looking ahead at the season, my position was we need to win all the games we're expected to win, and then perform as good as we possibly can in the games within, the top 4, top 6 teams, right? And a trip to Anfield, I'll say arguably would be one of the most difficult games that we would have all season. I'm not panicking. There's a lot of outrage, going on online. There's a lot of fans giving Arteta stick. We have such a reactionary fan base. You guys, calm down. It's just one game. It's just 3 games in. We have 35 to go. Again, our squad depth is now looking rather decent. You can look on the bench, you can bring on the likes of Eze, you can bring on Odegaard came off the bench today, but the starting lineup didn't feel weak. Even though I would have preferred a starting position for Eze. So we had opportunities in the first half that we could have capitalized on with a bit more creativity, especially on the left side. Martinelli let me down. I gave him, the big talk, Martinelli loves Liverpool, which in the past has done, pretty well against Liverpool. But he seems to be a shadow of himself these days. And the performance of Madueke on the right made it even more obvious, how that left side is lacking. And I'm hoping that with Eze's introduction, it's a stopgap for that position until perhaps we find an out-and-out left winger. Yeah, that is still the one part of our attack that needs a lot of work. Gyökeres literally all day today had nothing going for him, barely any service. So it's going to be tough to even judge him or his performance. But generally, it was a cautious one. Unfortunately, we got undone by a worldly of a free kick. I actually thought this game was just going to end in a very boring 0-0.
Yeah. That was what I was looking at as well. It's good that you mentioned Martinelli, and it's beginning to be a worry, because I don't know if it's a confidence thing, if it's an ability thing, or if it's a system thing, right? You have some fans who would say, oh, he's not being platformed properly. You have some fans who will say he has just stopped developing and he has regressed, or we are seeing that we thought he would be something else because he started off with a player like Saka almost the same time, and then you could see they're both light and day. And then you can also say, has the speculation and all of it being a worry, is he settled and all? So I don't know. I think this season, how it ends would determine his future, and a lot of others, even the manager as well. I think it has come to that where at the end of the season, like, talks have to be held, and if something doesn't change, if we don't win something, and although I'm not bothered about that, it's still 8 months away. What I'm bothered about is how we react to this loss, and hopefully we get it done and quickly.
A lot of people have gone into panic mode and there's just a lot of noise, especially from rival fans. And it's just crazy how everyone is always laser focused on Arsenal. Man City just lost to Brighton. They're not getting as much stick as we are getting for losing to the defending champions. I think that is just ridiculous. But Eddie, why Arsenal? Why is everyone so focused on our performance?
Well, in my opinion, I think it's about how the fans carry themselves. Irrespective of our situations, we're always confident, right? And rival fans can't seem to understand this. They are caught in between, is this love or is this delusion? And then you have like big platforms also drive narratives that stems reactions, which I can understand. Being emotional or being confident allows us to react to an extent that everybody's like, why do you guys always do this? You're not good enough. You don't win, yet you're the loudest. And all of these top guys today were critical about the manager. Trust me, for the next 2 weeks that there's no football to talk about, that will be the topic.
Yep.
But the thing is, I agree. I don't agree the way they are driving it, the way they put it as if it is terrible. It isn't. It's just a matter of hoping he makes better choices. And then for me, questions needs to be asked come end of the season if there is nothing to show for that season after having all the tools.
The stick Arteta gets is a bit unwarranted. He's been the most consistent manager in the past 3-4 seasons. Back-to-back second position. As much as everyone likes to make jokes about it, it shows consistency. He is always there, and we are actually just hoping that with all of the investment this season, we're able to do one better. Yes, we lost to Liverpool. It's a long season ahead. The reactions, I think, is rather premature. I believe that we just need to watch and enjoy the season. And as fans, support, back your players, back your manager. We're going in the right direction. I don't believe we're regressing. We have regressed. I mean, we have to put things in perspective. We have to see where Arsenal was pre-Arteta and where Arsenal is now. Like, we have the confidence to speak about ourselves as title contenders because of this man, Arteta. This wasn't the state of the club when he took over, a few years ago. And I think he's done a fantastic job. And the only reason we're quite critical is because we know that he has it in him to do one better, sure. And especially now, with the backing that he has gotten. I'm very optimistic for the season. There's absolutely no shame in losing to the defending champions. As fans, let's back the team, let's back the manager, and go into each game with positivity, and that positive energy we know would lead us to being crowned champions. I'm still saying that with confidence. Even in the wake of this result, we're going to end up champions by the end of this season. Clip this, bookmark this. We, Arsenal FC, come the end of this season, we are going to be Premier League champions. You heard it here.
It is bookmarked, and hopefully we make it to when that happens, make it to the trophy parade. That's what I want to do. But as you say, we just have to look forward to the season. We have a lot to unfold. We're going to have a lot of more drama as well. So just save the energy, guys, and we would have time to use up that energy to either support or criticize when necessary.
All right, guys, as usual, thanks for kicking it with us. Show up in the comment section. Tell us how you feel about this game. Subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next one.